Good morning. Welcome to today's Knee Jerk Devotional, October 20th, 2020. Our passage today is from Luke chapter 10, verses 1 through 16, and we are coming to you from El Dorado, Illinois. How about that, huh? So the passage goes like this. After this, the Lord appointed 72 others and sent them 2 by 2 ahead of him to every town and place where he was about to go. He told them, "The harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. Ask the Lord of the harvest, therefore, to send out workers into his harvest field. Go, I am sending you out like lambs among wolves. Do not take purse or bag or sandals, and do not greet anyone on the road. When you enter a house, first say, 'Peace to this house.' If someone who promotes peace is there, your peace will rest on them. If not, it will return to you. Stay there, eating and drinking whatever they give you, for the worker deserves his wages. Do not move from house to house. When you enter the town and are welcomed, eat what is offered to you. Heal the sick who are there and tell them, 'The kingdom of God has come near to you.' But when you enter a town and are not welcomed, go into its streets and say, 'Even the dust of your town are not welcome, of your town we wipe away from our feet as a warning to you. Yet be sure of this, the kingdom of God has come near. I tell you, it would be more bearable on that day for Sodom than for that town. Woe to you, Chorazin! Woe to you, Bethsaida! For if the miracles that were performed in you had been performed in Tyre and Sidon, they would have repented long ago, sitting in sackcloth and ashes. But it will be more bearable for Tyre and Sidon at the judgment than for you. And you, Capernaum, will you be lifted to the heavens? No, you will go down to Hades. Whoever listens to you listens to me. Whoever rejects you rejects me. But whoever rejects me rejects him who sent me." So I think one of the hardest parts of being a pastor is the feeling of rejection. You spend lots of time studying the Bible and honing your craft. You pray for folks. You think about them all the time. And there's no sense of leaving it at the office, right? I don't write this as some sort of or say this as some sort of woe is me kind of thing. But rejection is to pastoring as striking out is to baseball. It's just part of it. When you're at the beginning of your life as a minister, rejection guts you. And I remember the first time that I was flat out rejected in ministry. I was on staff at Illinois State University with Campus Crusade for Christ. And there was a guy who had said that he wanted to talk more about Jesus. And so we met at Watterson Towers, and I walked up, introduced myself, we shook hands. I said, "Hey, let's sit down and chat." And he said, "No, I'm not interested, thank you." And he turned around and walked away. I was brokenhearted. During my time on staff at Illinois State, my boss would give me Christmas presents that were little toys to keep me entertained for all the times that I was being stood up. So, that was tough. But those last few verses above, they've become a balm to my soul. The gospel is not something that makes people comfortable. Oftentimes, the gospel makes people very uncomfortable. It offends some, and to others, it's life. Knowing that as I talk about the gospel with people, that their rejection is the rejection of Jesus and not me, is actually really freeing. When I was a young minister, it was really hard to stay in relationship with people who rejected the gospel because it felt like it was me. But once I realized that it wasn't me, that it was Jesus they rejected, it allowed me to stay in relationship with folks. It took the pressure off. When we as ministers can avoid taking everything personally, we are free to love well. I think that's the wisdom of Jesus here. Jesus wants those ministering his name to love well. We won't unless we can set aside our ego. Jesus is saying, it's not about you. For us pastors, it's not about you is hard to hear. But we need to hear it. Until next time, love well, my friends.